What's good? What's good? I'm back. Yours truly, one and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, world events, and much, much more. I can't believe I got to do this today. I gotta defend somebody I don't really like. I don't know him personally, but I just don't like him as a content creator and as a guy who's supposedly like the voice of hip hop culture when he doesn't really talk about anything that has to do with real hip hop culture. But I gotta call out bullshit when I see it. So I'm gonna be reacting to the DJ Academics deal with Rumble. You got a lot of liberals and especially black liberals pissed off at this deal. I didn't understand it at first as far as Rumble goes, but I understand it for DJ Academics. Before we get into that, let's give you a word from promopalace.biz.
Looking for music marketing and promotion? Then look no further than Promo Palace LLC, your one-stop shop for all music promotion services. Services include Spotify playlist pitching, YouTube video promotion, record pool promotion, blog placements, radio airplay promotion, SoundCloud promotion, and much more. With over 2,000 customers and over 10 years of experience in online promotion, Promo Palace LLC is a company you can trust. For more info, please go to promopalace.biz. See you there.
That's right. You heard the beautiful lady. If you need online marketing promotions, please check us out. Promopalace.biz, one-stop shop. We're always adding new playlisters, new influencers on TikTok and Instagram to pitch and market to. We pretty much do everything you could think of for online music promotion. Okay, let's get into it. This is Greg Foreman, Black Conservative Perspective, and the DJ Academics. I think this one has to do with Roland Martin and whatnot. So let's see what they got to say.
Ain't down with black people. Rumble is a right-wing platform. It is a MAGA platform.
By the way, everything's a work in progress, chat. I'm going to start having the Rumble chat on the screen. Yes, the Rumble chat will be on the screen. By the way, get over to Rumble. You got to make a username. Get your OG username real quick. Feel me? We got to build our own community over there. As opposed to what everybody's thinking. Just like when we were on Twitch and anywhere else, we got our own community rocking. That's just what it is. We got our own community. In short, why Rumble? Akademiks was in a very interesting part of his streaming career. And
it's funny how he talks. He says Akademiks was. He talking in the third person. Let's keep it moving.
Not only did I like Rumble as a platform, I think it's allowed a lot of creators to say what they want to say and do what they want to do in terms of making content. I thought it was a great place to move my audience, right? That could support us. The CEO, I have a direct connection with him. He's going to be supporting our content, and we could build our community here. Not that it's completely cut off from other places, but a place that would support us like how we would support it.
Meanwhile,
this is a classic case of the search of the cheapest Negro. Yes, they are paying him quite well. By cheap, I'm talking about having some boundaries, to have some pride in yourself and not be willing just to sell your entire race out because he knows.
I got to stop right now. No, see, this is the problem with liberals. They're such hypocrites with their double standards. You know, I'm going to do something that liberals do. They always like to bring up past historical slights. Well, let's bring up some past historical slights for liberals and Democrats. Let's start with Democrats was the political party that was voting against ending slavery. Let's start with that one. Let's start with the fact that if Biden, I mean, not Biden, if Abraham Lincoln didn't bribe and buy votes, Democrats would have voted against ending slavery during Civil War. Let's also not forget that Confederate states were Democrats, not Republicans. Andrew Jackson, who started the Democratic Party, is the guy who fought the British for control of all that plantation land down south that he already had plans of what they were going to do with it. So yeah, there's Andrew Jackson, the probably most racist president ever. I know people would say Donald Trump. Well, that's horseshit, because Andrew Jackson was 100 times more racist than Donald Trump, if Donald Trump's a racist. So that, let's also not forget the Democratic Party. What else did they start? The KKK. And they also started Jim Crow. But I guess since a Democrat was in office when Jim Crow ended, we give them all the credit after they literally started all of that shit. Democrats pretty much started slavery in the South. Democrats were Confederates, started KKK, started Jim Crow. We're voting against ending slavery. And if it wasn't for Abraham Lincoln bribing and buying votes, like telling people that he would give them political offices and certain jobs and if they voted a certain way. So let's not act like these Democrats wanted to vote against ending slavery. But Democrats today, apparently, that's the thing. That's where the double standard comes in. It's okay to bring up past history of Republicans and blame them for past historical slights or events. But no, we don't do that with Democrats. And that's why so many people have been bamboozled for so long, with both. To be honest with you, I'm not saying one political side is less evil or more evil than the other. What I'm saying is one political side is way more hypocritical and has way more double standards than the other. Let's keep it moving.
Who Rumble is, but he's taken the bait and the price. So it's a case of the cheapest Negro, in my opinion, and
it's
just unfortunate
that she said.
All right, guys. So I got to tell you, I don't watch a lot of Roland Martin. However,
me neither.
I did stumble across this video of him discussing the partnership that Rumble has with DJ Akademiks, because this guy has gone into full-blown meltdown mode with a batshit crazy conspiracy theory about how Rumble signing DJ Akademiks is the Republican Party's attempt to target black men. Right? Yes, I'm so serious. This is what this guy is spewing on his channel. That Rumble, which is an independent platform from the Republican Party, signing DJ Akademiks is Republicans targeting black men, and he's mad about it. He's pissed that DJ Akademiks is signing with Rumble. Now, if you guys don't know who DJ Akademiks is, DJ Akademiks is a hip-hop guy, right? He's a hip-hop talking head, and he signed a deal with Rumble. Now, I'm going to explain.
Let me stop real quick. He's a so-called hip-hop talking head. And yeah, I don't like him, but I'm going to end up defending him here. So let's keep it moving.
You guys why this makes sense for Rumble and why this makes sense for somebody like DJ Akademiks, because Roland Martin cannot explain that to his audience without using race. Okay, and this is why I'm actually responding to this video, is because one of the things that fascinates me the most about the race hustlers is that these people claim to be so smart, so intelligent, right? I have a woke degree. Okay, this is what they say.
A woke degree.
But when it comes down to analyzing politics or business, they can't analyze anything without race, right? And that is what Roland Martin's going to do here, because it seems like he does not really understand the obvious business reason for why this makes sense for DJ Akademiks and Rumble. Instead, he tries to make this a racial and political thing when it's just not. Again, I'm not sure if these people are ignorant when it comes to business. They don't have the ability to analyze business, or this is a part of their grip, right?
Well, they hate capitalism, and so it doesn't matter if it is another black man that's getting the deal and seeing success. You know, they hate capitalism. They hate everything about America. You know, this is the thing, though. It's like, this is the problem I have with all these people that say they hate America. If you ask them to name the country that they would rather move to, that's so much better, you know, that's so much glamorous and better, and this the utopia that they this imaginary fake utopia that they shoot for. Because this is the thing, like, there's always going to be racist people. There's always going to be people that hate people, and hate is always a strong word. That's why I said dislike Akademiks. I just dislike him as a content creator, and to me, he doesn't really say anything that has to do with hip hop, you know. But these people don't apply no common sense to it, and that's the thing. There's no. Is there a country in South America that's better than America? No. I lived in Panama before, and unless you're living in Panama City, I mean, you're not gonna. That's the thing. You live in Panama City, you're not gonna be accustomed to all these things in America. That's the thing. You go in these other countries, you're not gonna be accustomed to do whatever you want to in these countries, like you can do whatever you want to in America. That's the thing. People don't understand. America is the most freest country. No country is truly free, because you know you could still walk up to somebody, shit talk them, and get punched in the mouth. That's not 100% freedom, you know, because you got the freedom to talk shit, but they also got the freedom to punch you in the mouth. And even though they'll get locked up for punch you in the mouth, if you call the police on them, you know, they still got the freedom to do that because you run in your mouth and you talking shit, you know. But let me keep it moving.
Every situation, everything in politics, everything in business is racial, right? It's probably a little bit of both. Okay, so I want to talk about this because this is probably one of Roland Martin's sillier segments. Okay, so y'all can laugh at it. But before we get into it, again, this is a business conversation, so I have to talk to you guys about some business, and that is why the sponsor of this video is Noble Gold. The second and third largest bank runs in history happened last month. And the federal government is taking steps to secure all deposits because, you know, the Biden administration, the last thing they want is another banking crisis under his administration coming up before the election. NobleGoldInvestments.com, NobleGoldInvestments.com. But remember, there's always a risk of investment and there's no guarantee of any kind. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it.
In 2016, Donald Trump increased the numbers of Republicans got from black men. We saw the impact of that in the 2018 midterm elections, and then we saw it again in 2020. So you may ask, well, what is at play? And you got the folks out there who, again, and I can tell you, I see exactly what the strategy is, because what Republicans are doing, what they are suggesting is that, you got a group of black men out there who feels as if no one listens to them, no one talks to them. And so I see how they begin to parrot the right-wing talking points. I see when I did interviews with the Breakfast Club and Vlad TV and Ebro in the mornings, when they jump on these message boards, and you can always see the same language. You ain't nothing but a shield for the Democrats, and you trying to get us to vote Democrat. I had one fool say, you.
Wait, what a hypocrite. Like, mainstream liberal media doesn't use the same talking points and everything. They literally recite the same script over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, just like I just did. That's all they do. They get a script and they run with it. Liberal mainstream media, they all report the same exact thing, the very same exact words. None of them have their own views or opinions about the same topic. They just say the same exact thing. He's talking about somebody being a parrot. Roland Martin, stop it. Shut the fuck up with this hypocritical double standard bullshit. This is the problem, man. Nobody likes a fucking hypocrite. You're such hypocrites. It's like, it's okay when you do it, but all hell breaks loose when the Republican Party does it. And just to clarify some things, I'm not a Republican. I've never voted Republican in my entire life. Never voted for Donald Trump. I voted for one person in my entire life, and he bamboozled me out of my vote, and that was Barack Obama. Did nothing, nada, zilch. I got nothing for my vote, except this woke, double standard hypocrisy from the left. Let's keep it moving.
You were trying to get us to vote for Hillary. Well, fool, she was running against Trump. So what are you saying? You want a Trump?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Okay, first of all, y'all tried to run Hillary because you figured, we got Barack in first black president. It's about now we can swing in the women. Well, no, it's not that simple, because we're not voting for this bullshit lie of a feminist movement. And Roland Martin's take is going to be something down the line here, is that, well, black women hate the Republican Party because black women have been convinced that the feminist movement is the same thing as the civil rights movement, when it's not. It's not. They've been bamboozled and fooled. It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing can't talk about a wolf in sheep's clothing. And that's what's going on here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying personally, right? I don't know about that person, but yeah, I mean, that's the gist of what's being said there. Yeah, we won't Trump.
Same thing. You trying to support Biden? He's running against Trump. And so I need y'all to understand what.
And let me tell you, man, that is the worst reason to vote for somebody, is just because you hate the other guy. You're really supposed to be voting on policies. Who's getting the job done better? And I can tell you right now, Biden has done a shit of a job, a terrible job, shitty job. Like, anybody that says we were worse economically when Trump was in office is lying, or they're ignorant, or they're dumber than a bag of bricks. They got no brain cells left whatsoever. No, because common sense and common knowledge tells us we were way better economically when Trump was president. And soon as Biden took over, because he just started printing too much more money. We had already printed up enough money when Trump was in office, which we needed to, because, Trump followed the lockdown. But I think it does. This idea that if a Democrat president was in office and they wouldn't have locked it down the same as Trump or even more, is complete horseshit. It's complete bullshit. It's bogus. And that's why there's so many double standards, hypocrisies across the board. I think every president was going to follow Fauci's lead, especially at the beginning, because we didn't know nothing. It's not like a president knows anything about vaccinations or COVID or anything. I think everybody was going to follow the lead. But the problem is that Dr. Fauci followed China's lead. He followed the lead of China. And then we follow Fauci's lead. That's where it becomes a problem.
What's going on? So a move took place today, and
okay, this guy can't fathom. He can't fathom the idea of a black man saying, "Hey, I like Trump," right? Or that I would rather vote for Trump than a Democrat. This dude, he can't fathom it. He can't comprehend that idea. Amazing.
Announcement was made where the right-wing streaming platform Rumble.
The right-wing streaming platform Rumble. We're going to talk more about that, but I want you guys to.
I'm glad he said that. I'm glad he stopped too. I hate to keep stopping too, but that was the first thing that pissed me off when I seen the DJ Akademiks signing. Akademiks signs to right-wing platform Rumble. No, Akademiks is signing to the platform that's not going to censor him the most. The platform that's going to censor him the least. That is the most important part of this conversation. That's why I have to defend Akademiks to the fullest on this, because he's smart enough to know he's not dumber than a bag of bricks, apparently. He's not ignorant. He's smart enough to know that this platform is going to censor me the least and probably not censor me at all, since they're going to give me a deal. You know, like it's like Spotify put themselves in a position. They removed some Joe Rogan episodes. They put themselves in a position where when their contract's up, Joe Rogan could just say, screw you, and bounce, and Spotify stocks are going to go down. They're going to plummet, you know, because you can't be censoring voices that a shit ton of people are listening to just because you don't like that voice because they like Donald Trump and you hate him. That is the most pathetic reason to hate somebody. I would never hate somebody that likes somebody. I would never hate somebody just because they like somebody that I hate. That has got to be the most scumbag shit I've ever heard in my entire life. The most pathetic human being, scumbag, piece of shit. Yeah, I called Roland Martin a piece of shit. That is, and I don't care if it's a white dude saying it, that is some piece of shit shit. The fact that you hate somebody, you literally hate somebody because they like somebody that you hate. That is a pure scumbag of a human being. That is the worst reason. Like, I have plenty of friends that are friends with people that I'm totally have had beefs with and that I totally dislike 1,000%. Am I going to stop being their friend because they're friends with people that I don't never, ever get along with and probably would never get along with? No. Because that has nothing to do with my friendship with them. Our conversations, the things we talk about, the things we build on in our friendship. That has nothing to my friends have nothing to do with my friendship unless he's friends with somebody that robbed me at gunpoint or, did some kind of violent crime. But this idea that I'm supposed to hate somebody just because they like somebody that I hate. That's some scumbag piece of shit, man. I'm sorry. I don't care what race, color, creed you are. If you think that way, you're a scumbag piece of shit. That's some horse shit, man. Let's keep it moving.
Understand and listen to how he's framing this, okay?
Now, they trying to compete with YouTube, all right? But this is an absolute right-wing platform called Rumble. So they signed an exclusive deal with DJ Akademiks to live stream on their platform 3 to 5 times a week. Now, this is the press release that they put out. Rumble, now this is a publicly traded company, Rumble, the video sharing platform, announced today that the popular media personality DJ Akademiks will live stream exclusively on Rumble 3 to 5 days a week. Known for his authentic voice, DJ Akademiks is a powerful culture and entertainment influencer with 5.2 million Instagram followers and 2.76 million YouTube subscribers. The Jamaican-American podcaster will cover the latest news in hip-hop music along with a satirical take on top headlines. Now, he says, I look forward to being one of the first to bring music and cultural conversations to a platform like Rumble. There have been many bad decisions at larger platforms where they haven't put creators first and they are disconnected to the community. I feel now is an inflection point for streaming platforms. I couldn't be more excited to lead this effort on a platform that puts creators first. But here's the...
No, ain't no but, because that's the thing. YouTube doesn't put the creators first. You know who they put first? The advertisers. And guess what? They have no advertisers without the content creators. Because this is how it works. I'm in the music business. I promote music for a living. So let me explain something to you. It's like radio. This is how it works on radio. It's the artist's job to bring listeners to radio. So what does that mean? It's the content creator's job to bring listeners to radio. The artists create the content. It's their job to bring listeners to radio. Radio does not have advertisers without the content creators bringing a shit ton of listeners. Same thing goes for YouTube and Rumble and all these platforms. TikTok. You know who puts their content creators first? TikTok. TikTok puts their content creators first. And to the extent, unless you go live and people start getting sensitive and then they'll kick you off live. But they've built relationships with content creators. They got hype houses. They definitely probably don't block none of their big content creators. And TikTok knows without the content creators, TikTok isn't what they are. But YouTube, YouTube has censored me. I'm not even popping on YouTube yet. I'm not even where I want to be and need to be. And they censor me. That's the thing. When you're censoring the little guy and you're censoring all the little guys and all the medium guys and all the big guys, you don't care about no content creators. You ain't put no content creators first. And YouTube is, any platform is only as good as the content. They're only as good as the content. I think the reason that TikTok is so big, and it's not even, I know the reason TikTok is so big is because they're the only platform that you can't bot every aspect. Nobody's botting the dance challenges. It's people dancing to the dance. Nobody's botting a real person dancing to the dance challenge. Now, maybe with AI, they could probably do it, but like even then, no, that's still botting on TikTok doesn't really do you no justice. Like, I never go to TikTok, and when I pay an Instagram influencer, have to worry about, is it bots? You know where I got to worry about if it's bots? Instagram influencers, you got to go through every single Instagram influencer and look at their account, look at their followers, look at their engagement, and a ton of posts, and decipher it, because there's a ton of bot accounts on Instagram. Literally every time I post, I got a bot account like, yo, promote it here. When you look at the account, it's fake. It's all 1 million fake followers. There's no comments on none of the posts. They all got the same amount of engagement exactly on each post. Bot heaven. But TikTok, I've never worried about that. And Rumble, that's the thing. I've never even advertised on Rumble, and my videos seem to get more views and engagement on Rumble from day one. So yeah, they probably do care a lot more about their content creators, especially if they're not censoring them as well.
The question, do they put black people first?
Oh my gosh.
Guys,
What is that? I gotta stop. What does that got to do with green? We're talking about green here. The money, the color green. And I can tell you what, Rumble doesn't have a lot of hip hop on there. So the fact that they're trying to incorporate more hip hop, and Rumble is, I wouldn't say it's just a right wing, because I guarantee there's a lot of liberals on there posted content as well that aren't knowing they're not getting censored. I would say Rumble is more of a political content website, probably a political content world event. It probably needs more sports and more music into it, and that's probably what Rumble's going for, trying to bring in more music. They probably could use more sports as well. But wow, so every platform has to put black people first. That's racism. That's racist. And that's why Roland Martin is a race hustler. Like, if you wake up every single day and everything you talk about as a content creator has racial talking points, you're a racist. You're a race hustler. That's plain. It's plain and simple. If every day that's all you think about is race, you're a racist. There's like everything in life isn't about race. So I'm supposed to wake up and jump in the shower and think about is the hot water, is it racist? When I brush my teeth, I'm supposed to think about, is it my toothpaste racist? Like, that's the thing. These people apply racism to every single thing in life. When I go and dry off my towel, I'm supposed to think, oh, does my towel put black people first? Like, what kind of, like, like, so everything is supposed to put one race above. This idea you're supposed to put one race first above everybody, that's racism. If I said, well, I wonder if Rumble actually, screw if Rumble puts content creators first. What I want to know is, do they put white people first? I would be obliterated. I would be called a racist white supremacist if I said that. Yeah, it's just like such double standards and such hypocrisy. Do
you see what I'm talking about? How does this man pivot from DJ Akademiks saying that, look, I want to go to a platform that puts creators first? DJ Akademiks, I guess you can say he's black. I don't know. He's Jamaican, right? So I don't know. But regardless, he's close, okay? He's either black or he's very close, okay? Effectively, he's black. This guy, Roland Martin, is saying, well, but did they put black people first? It's like, okay, what does that mean? What are you talking about? They literally just gave a black person an exclusive deal. I don't think this is really about race, right? I think this is more about business. It's about what DJ Akademiks is saying here, which is that unlike YouTube, Rumble actually gives a damn about their creators, okay? And they are making it a creator-first platform, which is what YouTube used to be, right? Into corporate advertising, and the woke companies took over, right? Rumble's saying, no, we're going to actually cater to our creators. That's a big issue that creators have had with YouTube, which is why it makes sense for somebody like DJ Akademiks to work with Rumble, okay? Because DJ Akademiks is in a space where you really can't say everything that you really want to say, right?
That's a great point, Greg. When you're in the hip-hop culture content creating space, you definitely need to be in a spot where they're not going to censor you, because you see what they're doing with Kanye West, and they've already they'll censor hip-hop content. Trust me, they'll censor hip-hop content because hip-hop content is very unclean. As content creators, it's very unclean. Rap music there's nothing clean about rap music today, but yeah, like I'm with academics on this, and it's like when people try to apply, like Colin Kaepernick tried to say, like, the race. He tried to compare the NFL to the slave trade and a slave market. Like, there isn't like 40 or 50% white guys in the draft as well. But what race was the first quarterback to get a fully guaranteed contract? I can tell you this much: it wasn't white. I'm name the white quarterback that has gotten a fully guaranteed contract in the NFL. Aaron Rodgers didn't get it. Tom Brady didn't get it. They've gotten guaranteed contracts, but that's not the same as fully guaranteed. Deshaun Watson is the only player to get a fully guaranteed contract. A black African-American athlete is the first player to get a fully guaranteed contract. And after, mind you, he had 1 trillion sexual allegation charges against him. But racism is everywhere. All this is people intentionally trying to divide America, and they're doing a pretty good job of it. It seems to be working. I honestly think these people really do want another civil war. Because Democrats have come out and pretty much taken a stance that all Trump voters are racist, which is a lie. It's not even mathematically possible for all Trump voters to be racist, because that's the thing. People act like even everybody that's white all think alike. Like, we all have the same interest, thoughts. Like we're all exactly like. I have black friends that only listen to heavy metal and only date white girls. I listen to mainly hip hop music, and I'm more physically attracted to black women. Mentally and emotionally, maybe not so much. I'm not even mentally, emotionally attracted to white women that much. I prefer Latin women, Arabic women, Asian women. I prefer non-American women mentally and emotionally when it comes to dating and relationships. But I'm physically attracted to black women more than anything. Especially the darker the woman, the more attractive I am. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. The darker the flesh, the deeper the roots. Pac said it best, So, yeah, man. These people, they wake up every day looking, like I like to say, they wake up every day grab a microscope, looking for racism in places that it's not, or in situations that no racism applies to this. This is more of Rumble. Like I said, Rumble cares more about content creators. This is more of DJ Akademiks. Like, okay, if Rumble and YouTube was offering me a deal, and say YouTube offered me more money than Rumble, I would take the Rumble deal 10 times out of 10 over the YouTube deal offering me more money, just because YouTube has censored me. They have censored me. They've gave me strikes for so-called misinformation that wasn't misinformation. I literally just reacted to a video that was on YouTube and didn't get removed ever. And all I did was say, I agree with what they're saying in this video. And they're like, misinformation. Which is horseshit, because if it was misinformation, then the video that I was reacting to should have been removed. But it wasn't. It's just you don't like the fact that I agreed with somebody you disagreed with. That's all it was. That's all it was. And even Facebook has censored me. They censored me last month for a comment. Just for a comment. Which everybody on the planet would have everybody on the planet would agree with my comment. Everybody on the planet would have did the same thing that my comment suggested I would have did. And I was just commenting on, there was a post I seen where a guy said a pit bull jumped over his fence, chased his dogs in his house and mauled up one of his dogs. And I just said I would have shot the dog. And they censored me for that. Anybody with common sense would have shot the dog. And if you didn't have a gun to shoot it, you would have stabbed it to death or beat it with a baseball bat or something. And what if that dog would have went in the house and mauled up your child? What would you have done then? It would have went further than you shooting that dog that ran in your house and mauled up your dog. It would have went to you going and assaulting the next door neighbor for its dog getting out and mauling your child. Because I know if I had a kid and a dog, my next door neighbor's dog tried to maul up my child, I'd have shot the dog, and then I'd have probably plead the fifth on what I would have did next after that. I'd had to plead the fifth on what I did next after that, because anger and emotions would have took off. I'd have been so raged and so pissed that my next door neighbor would have been in the hospital right next to my kid. You know, I want to have kids, but like if that was even my niece or nephews, I would just tell my sister and brother-in-law, don't even worry about this. I got this. I'll go to jail for this one. You know, because I mean, what are we talking about here? A dog runs in your house and mauls up your dog, or possibly mauls up one of your child. You're not gonna do nothing. Get the fuck out of here. And you're bitch made. You're a bitch ass bitch person. You need to man up and grow some balls or grow some courage and stop being a freaking coward. Yeah, I've heard all I need to hear with this DJ Akademiks. I'm on DJ Akademiks' side with this one, even though I won't be subscribing to the Rumble. I don't think he really talks about hip hop culture. I think he only talks about rap culture, which is rapping isn't even like, I don't even know if we really consider rapping hip hop. We consider MCing, graffiti, breakdancing, DJing, fashion. I would say ebonic, slang. Those like rapping is not MCing. Just going in the studio and recording a song and rapping is not MCing. The MCs, and I don't even know if we consider freestyling MCing. But most of these cats aren't MCs nowadays. They're not MCs. And there ain't a lot of breaking, graffiti. There isn't hardly no DJing going on. And you don't see they took a DJ and totally out of a lot of the music. You don't hear no scratches. You don't hear no scratches, DJ scratches too much in the music no more. There's definitely no breaking going on. There's no graffiti. And I wouldn't call some of this fashion today hip-hop fashion. I would call it more rock fashion. Like skinny jeans is not hip-hop. That's rock image. That's not like, I don't know, man. We're not accepting skinny jeans in the hip hop. We're not doing it. It's not, no, we're not going. Can you do it? And not going to be able to do it. So yeah, I'm on academic side with this. First of all, did YouTube even offer him a deal? And if they didn't, then Roland Martin needs to shut the fuck up. You know, what are you not supposed to take a deal? When somebody offers you a deal that seems to be a pretty good deal. He only got to go live 3 to 5 times a week. That means the minimal is 3. The most at 5. I mean, damn, I podcast every single day pretty much. If he can't go live for 3 to 5 days a week for a nice amount of money, what are we talking about here? And then, like, we don't. Why would you want to sign with the platforms that are going to censor you? They're going to sign you to a deal, but then they're going to censor you when they don't like what you got to say. Why would I sign any deal with anybody that's going to censor me after if they don't like what I have to say? Then there's no deal. There's nothing to talk about. There's no deal to talk about. If you're going to censor me because you don't like what I have to say, then you don't believe in my brand. My brand isn't for your brand if you're going to censor me because you don't like what I have to say. And that's the problem I have with liberals. Because people could say, well, Republicans are censoring people too. Well, that's only because liberals opened up this rabbit hole. They've opened up this can of worms of let's censor people just because we disagree with them. Just because we don't like what they have to say. You know what the solution to that is? Don't listen. Don't listen to what they have to say. Then you don't have to get your panties all in a bunch. You don't have to be a little bitch ass motherfucker and get your panties all in a bunch. That's what I do when I don't like somebody says something I don't like. I don't sit there and be like, oh, we got to cancel and censor them. They said something I don't like. No, cancel them now. No, I just don't listen to the motherfucker if I don't like the things they have to say. I used to listen to Fresh and Fit. After a while, I don't really like what these cats have to say. I don't really agree with these cats, and I think they just I don't like their talking points. So guess what? I don't listen to Fresh and Fit, And to be honest with you, I probably listen to more black content creators than I do white content creators. I like a lot more black content creators than white content creators right now. And I probably follow the lead of doing my reactions from a lot more black content creators than white content creators. To be honest with you, I'm a Thomas Sowell kind of guy. I'm a Thomas Sowell kind of guy. Like, I haven't heard nothing comes out of Thomas Sowell's mouth that I disagree with. Same thing with my man Greg Foreman out of Charlotte. Every now and then, very rarely do I hear things that he did, he says I disagree with. And the reason I like Greg Foreman, black conservative perspective, a little bit more than maybe Officer Tatum and some of these other ones, is because some of these other black content creators, conservative ones, they're a little too religious for my taste. They're a little too religious because I don't apply religion, man-made religions, to my content. I apply the laws of nature. The laws of nature. I'm a laws of nature guy. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This video is a prime example of how non-biased I am. Because I don't like DJ Akademiks as a voice of hip hop because I don't think he's a voice of hip hop. I don't think he's interesting at all when he talks. I think he's dull, he's bland. There's no animation to him or nothing. I would it's like falling asleep in the movie theater. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to DJ Akademiks. But I'm not going to be so biased to, not understand why this move makes sense for DJ Akademiks, why this move makes sense for Rumble, because Rumble doesn't got a lot of hip-hop culture talking points or rap culture talking points or music culture talking points, period, going on over there. And Rumble is a lot younger and newer than YouTube. And this is another thing about Rumble that they have over YouTube. Rumble lets you monetize your videos from day one. If you can build a fan base from day one, you can monetize them from day one. Rumble doesn't require you to have 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours within a 365-day period, or 4,000, or what is it, 4 million YouTube short views now, I think it is. I think, yeah, 4 million YouTube short views, or 4,000 watch hours. They don't require all that, so people can monetize right away on Rumble, and there's less censorship, if there's any censorship at all. I've never heard nobody complaining about getting censored on Rumble, but I've heard plenty people and watched plenty YouTube videos of people getting censored on YouTube, including me. And I'm small potatoes right now, so I can only imagine if I become big potatoes, they're going to try to mash my big potatoes by trying to censor me. And if YouTube, if it gets to a point where I get like I get big and they try to censor me like Louder with Crowder, Steven Crowder, fuck that. YouTube could kiss my ass goodbye, man. You start just overly aggressive censoring. I mean, one video, I might could let it slide. Forgive but not forget. Forgive but not forget. But you start censoring video after video after video because you disagree. Because that's what misinformation is. Anything the left disagrees with. You could Google if you Google the definition that on Google is not correct to what it's been changed to. Because now misinformation is literally anything liberals or the left disagrees with. So once again, Rob, thank you for tuning in. Paul Pickett Podcast. And we're about to be out. Peace.